let's go in. So, extremely consistent. Basically all I want so process of it, and let's just say it's not a it's actually that's why two. A big problem with this channel. I mainly wasn't in it for anything but money, which was the first mistake I made. It's the first mistake that I made. Passion for it, really. Just wanted it to reap benefits. Even if you watch over things, it's like, oh wow, he seems like he's into it. Now you have at one point, because here in a sec, I'll get to the history of the channel. But I'm gonna show you. Yeah, that's basically, this channel I had big dreams for it, but I pretty much just was lazy. Tanked a lot of those. It's not something. To sum this up, this channel things, one, I didn't actually care for it. I just wanted the benefits. Two, I was very, very lazy. That's all. It's not the crap. It's the part of this channel thing. One, bottom. I guess that's the common response for it. Just, aha, I just want the... I want to... Yeah, actually, I had that mindset. This channel kind of tanked a bit. Not a mistake, but... To give just a brief rundown of history, I started this 4 years ago. Because I thought I want to pursue a dream. Why? Tank isn't a bad dream to have. What's bad is when you do it like that. Even in the older videos, like you can hear me go, don't do that. I need monetization. Monetize all that. Just a really bad mindset for it, and because of that, I was very lazy. Just did not care. Like, it didn't matter how hard you convinced me to do it. I wouldn't stream or upload anything if I didn't feel like doing it. It is a really crappy mindset to have. Stuff like YouTube. You have to stay on par with it, up to date, and people have but that made me realize is I actually do enjoy doing it. And I just enjoy it. It's a legitimate, it's fun. There's no, oh, I'm doing it for the benefits of it. No, I'm legitimately just having a good time. Showing you else. Having a good time. Showing you the experience of great fun. And now we get to now. Started this when I was 14. I'm now a now that I think about it, not really much to better tech. That's about the most you get. That's why I just call it tech. Just being a kid, like and I think this probably be I actually have it upwards. Most of it has to be on this. Maybe I can see. I don't have anything set up for it. It's going to take me a while to get it set. So, sorry. Quality out. I'll try and make it. Kidney and several organs just to make it happen. But I do have schedule. I actually be trying to finish this game that I started years ago. That is extremely irresponsible thing. Not only irresponsible, but just lazy and selfish. But now, I'm getting the schedule worked out. Got a couple months. Stuff like this work. Not all my PCs yet. See if they're being I got to make sure it's stored. One, that's creepy, two, that's legal. But I do have plans. Stupid. I do have plans for channel and what I'm to see a lot more passionate. Who cares about this stuff? Not just, haha, I'm gonna read like a couple K a week just because YouTube. saw that. I was I didn't touch. I just got shoot. It doesn't matter to me. Do anything for me. Turn. So I thought I actually work with it now and try to get it. Matter in the long. So I won't actually about training being funny and right they done well just getting the plan for watching the times. So I was planning on trying to just very strange schedule. Still trying to work it. Because I got a job, workforce is fine. I'm still laid off right now because it's a new year. Starting everything. COVID's still kind of thing. Kind of exists. That is a big problem. I'm still there. That is a big problem. But it could be a little bit of a benefit. I don't know. I'm gonna try to get a schedule set up now. Okay, I'm trying to work something out. Settle actually trying to get this thing off around. It sucked just sitting here seeing it run. All the work that I would put in. Now it's just gonna run. Did this too. Start of the new year. Not a New Year's resolution. I don't know if it's ever worked out. It's just being honest with everyone. Chance to see the early games. Me too funny. Not a good life. They going to the early games, not having an afterlife. I'm just in a state of I need to get this worked out. So it could very well take expect a lot more streams. It's actual more effort put into it. Dear God Almighty. The past ones were absolutely terrible. No joke. I'm kind of disgusted at the fact that I was allowed to do it. How lazy they were done. It's not feeling they're lazy on my part. There's a lot of work now. But I will give myself something. If you do look at the gives us a little on, you do see guys genuinely were seen happier in each video just because I started playing, not for me, just streaming. It's just because no one of the streams I had was only as video evidence of watching my friends. That one was fun. And so I was genuinely, not gonna lie, I just didn't know what to do, so I was like, you do it. I just wanted to see him get extra stuff. It was so amazing to see. It was so funny. No, you go against him first. He cracked me. I was just thinking about it, just how stupid and cowardly I was back then. I do have an idea for future streams. It will be of it's just because I'm just that cool. It's like they keep it a secret. Ah, unexpected, because my random video game stream. If you want to unsubscribe and never speak to me again in person, if you know me, because of that, I do not blame you. I will go best friend later. Your speaking skills is like that. So, what I'm trying to say is, I'm actually gonna put in effort with this thing. I'll be like, ah ha 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 ha, look at me, I am the funny YouTuber man, give me my money please, yes. Hopefully I can get some friends, because personally to me, it's pretty cool getting to listen to it. It absolutely cracks me up a lot of the time just listening to it. Okay, that's fun, Bill. But, and also, I will finish this, I promise. I end up finishing this one day. The other... I swear I'm not bad at this game. As I admitted 3D but... just to sum this up, I have plans for this channel, and I'm actually going to put them into effort to get it off the ground, instead of being a lazy bum. Because I genuinely have wanted to do something like this for a majority of my life, up to this point. I first started wanting to do it around the 5th grade. Yeah, it's like that long ago. And then in around 7th or 8th, I was actually able to do it with the magical thing known as a PS4. So streaming on this thing is like streaming with a freaking TI-81 calculator in the middle of a Sahara desert. But we're still getting there. We're still getting to the good stuff. But if you guys want to see me play anything in particular that you think I have, just comment it. If I don't have it, I'll try and do what I can to get it for you all. Because I'm going to make this channel a majority about the viewers. Yeah, like I said, I was playing games that I enjoy too. But that's just because I've got to have a bit of fun with it myself too, you know, not to be like a selfish haha. It's only about me, only I get to pick what we play. It's just me being like, hey, I'm going to give you an option, but I'm going to do some stuff I enjoy, so that way hopefully you all can enjoy it as well. And expect to see a lot of trashy gameplay, because I am a very, very bad person to play funny video games. That was by luck, I'm not going to lie. But that's really all this was majorly about. Was me saying, it was a glorified me saying, I'm back, baby. Just without, and also just me saying, I'm going to include you guys in it as well, because I am not a selfish button anymore. I am the funny haha nice guy. And no, not that kind of nice guy. I am not. Please do not associate me with that, I beg of you. I can already say the opinions. They're not good. But pretty much this is, like I said, just me saying, I'm back, and I'm actually going to attempt to put effort into it. I know, it sounds crazy, me putting effort into anything at all. Dude, you probably would think that I was possessed at that point. It's a thing that I'd be really happy to start doing. I believe I have a bit better internet now, so I may be actually start doing like online game streams. I really want to stream Overwatch. I know you Overwatch is disgusting. I never play that, you're a loser. But I genuinely still to this day kind of have fun with the game. even if it is questionable at best how good it is. I just tried to enjoy. I'm actually brain dead. Not pick that up. I don't want that on. However, I do want that. But comment down below, whoever is watching this, what you want me to see play. If you want to see me play. I know that sounds like a bit of an arrogant cocky statement considering how many people actually watch this channel, but I'm just going to go ahead and say it now. Go ahead and tell me what you want, so I can go ahead and get a general idea of where to start. Because just like everyone else, I'm just as confused. I don't know what I'm doing either. I'm winging this. But that's not the point. The point is, I'm trying. I don't know. And I'm going to give you a bit of a history on me as well, so you can have a better understanding of who I am other than a kid behind a weird camera. So you actually can, like, I don't know, get to know me and be able to relate to me better, so I don't feel like just some stranger who's like, oh, you give me money and sustenance for living. I'm not gonna give away any real names here. The only thing you're gonna know about me is, my man of God, I'm 18. That's all you're gonna get to know so far. Maybe one day I'll get but I'm just a guy who likes to play video games for a living. But some video games I personally don't like. A lot. Ubisoft should make games, they should just make concepts and sell them off to some other license so they can at least get some money for it. Sorry, what? Sorry, sometimes I like to speak truth. To sum this up about me, just a fun-loving dude who likes to play whatever game he can find that he thinks is fun and fits him the best. But is also willing to make exceptions for people who watch him. Because I'm not a dictator. Oh! Because I'm not a dictator. And I'm very, very excited to see where this goes. Because, yeah, it could very well flop. Or it could be one of the best channels. I mean, chances are it's gonna flop, but I like to be a bit optimistic with these things. I don't like to be like, oh, it's all gonna suck. There's nothing for me. Life is pointless. No, I like to think of it as, what's the worst that could happen? If the worst does happen, it was meant to do that. So don't be shy. Tell me what you think you want. I'm a little bit upset by that. I'm also very upset by that. I am very bad, but don't be shy. Tell me what you'd like to see more of. I'll gladly show it to you. Whether it be longer games, shorter games, a bit of like just parody games, whatever you want. I'll try and show it. Just a heads up though, online multiplayer could be a bit difficult because I'm doing this very strangely. Also, why is this the run we're having? Okay, but first of all, for the first few things here, I am going to be finishing up for sure. This is a promise. I will be starting a new save file, getting the 100% completion of that. I'm going to go ahead and finish up on this one time. Just get it done with, really, because it left such a horrible taste in my mouth how I didn't finish it. Like, I'm not even lying, I felt genuinely awful that I couldn't finish what I had started because I hated it. I love finishing. I like being able to finish the fights that I pick. Whether I win or lose it, however, is up to be seen. All I'm gonna do is finish it. And this is just one of those fights that I shouldn't have picked, as I thought I'd finish it, got really lazy with other games. And I'm not gonna justify it that way. Oh, it's what you do as a 7th grader. No, I'm going to be flat on my comments, very, very lazy, and I shouldn't. That was just an awful. Now I'm actually going to go through and finish it back up, because that's what needs to be done. But I really hope you guys do about future. Actually, now I know this is a legend, because I know I'm incapable of making these, but it'll actually have friends in it. I know. I have friends. I'm a little bit surprised myself. It's very shocking to find out, I know. But oh sweet mama. We are in some trouble giving this as a ladder for. Well then. I did not expect that to happen. That's not good. That's really not good. I know I'm probably gonna be mocked by a lot of people thinking like, haha, this stupid kid trying to start a YouTube channel, oh, it's so funny, it's so bad. But in reality, I don't care. I'm just gonna do this because it's fun for me. It's fun for you all, hopefully. I mean, say what you want. I don't really care. I'll probably laugh at you as well for being a jerk, and probably laugh with you because you're probably right. Like, I'm just gonna be brutally honest. You're probably right about any insult you throw my way, because I am quite, as the cool kids say, bad. I don't even know what hit me. Alright, that's my defense there. I didn't see it. I guess being half blind does that to a man. Buddy, can you please give me life sustenance? Well, hello. Fancy meeting you here, hee hee. I hate you. No, I don't like you anymore. Leave. Get out of my sight. Go. Go. Leave. I am quite bad at this game. As I've said multiple times. Also, my TV's messed up. So this is a lot brighter than this. I'm developing cataracts right now. Oh, sweet lord. I beg for one day my TV gets fixed, because I think if it doesn't, I will actually have stage 5 cataracts. Those aren't even a thing, but I will have them, because that's just how bright this godforsaken piece of technology is. Please don't hurt me. Oh, gamer. Oh, please don't hurt me. I'm going to be made fun of very badly, but it's funny to me, okay? Laugh at my pain with me, and I shall enjoy it. That sounded really weird, but like, you know what I meant. I hope so. I don't know what fell, just ignore that, it's fine. Probably was the discarded remains of the nuclear launch codes I had. But, don't worry about it. It's okay. I do not have bombs in my basement at all, because I don't have a basement, I have an attic right there. But, this is just me kind of like reaching an epiphany of, I'm going to be the more mature person now that I am supposed to be more mature. Even though I have no idea where the future's going to take me. I have no idea where I'm going to end up in the near future after I'm out of high school. I have no idea where I'm going to go. All I can say is, hopefully, it won't be bad. Maybe it's just me being overly optimistic. But I personally think that it won't be too bad. That maybe I will get this thing off the ground. And I'll be able to entertain you guys for as long as I'm still around. Go, buddy. Go. Snatch. You're cool. Wait a minute. My brain, pretty big. My thinking process, pretty slow. My grades, let's not go there. We don't need to go to absolute desolation and destruction now, do we? Please stop doing that. There's no Tom. Yeah, to commentate on the game, this is one of the weirdest builds I've ever had. I don't know if it's trying to be a melee, a ranged. He gave me chocolate milk and then he gives me this. What is this room? I actually cannot see the blood piles because of how bad this TV is. Hold on, I'm going to fix this. This is so bright that it would give Helen Keller sight. Dear Lord. Ignore that. Ignore that. I'll fix that later. I'm going to have to cut that part out. But I swear this is the worst way to do this. But in my defense, it's like 8 in the morning because I woke up at 5. I'm a good kid. That's the excuse we're going with here. I am a good child. I hate everything. This is where I die. This build just ain't good enough to make it. Where am I? It's like, oh, I have chocolate milk. Should hit it right. I should hit it right. Well, no, it won't hit it if I keep hitting the rock. Spawn it, boy. Come here. Come here, boy. Where did that... Oh, I forgot Guillotine's a bad item. Can you please? I thought that was an enemy spider and you were about to hear me scream. What do you do? Oh, nothing. That's cute. Jesus H. Christ, I've got to turn this down. Let's turn up. Okay, I can see it now. It's not like the actual embodiment of cataract. Wait a minute. When you're one heart, bad pills become good pills. So maybe. Nope. I'm following my head. Yep, that milk. That next to no hope. Like, I don't know what was wrong with it. Is this just funny? Is this just funny to you? Whoever is controlling this video game. Is this bringing you the ha-ha? Because it's about to bring me to tears. Please stop bullying me. It's not funny. It stopped being funny after the first grade. Though kids really like to drag that joke along. Ha 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 ha. Please get away from me. Why are you faster than a No, no, none of those jokes. Not going there because that's a no-no spot. Don't do no-no spots here. Man, I love the fact Kane is half blind because it only means he can shoot with tears. I remember why I kind of had trouble with this character. Also because I haven't played in several years. If you consider round 4 several years. Can you stop jumping at me? Pretty cute. Please don't hurt me. Good you. Ooh. my sense of humor has gotten so... As my sense of humor has devolved into the point of making the slightest odd sound will make me go into a, like, coughing fit from wheezing stuff. That is how hard I will laugh if I just hear someone just make, like, a screech in the middle of a store. Hopefully that doesn't... Hopefully that kind of tells that I'm not too... What's the word? Ah, yes, meaty butthole face is the correct description of that kind of person. Just easily entertained. Fella, please get away from me. Hopefully I will be able to get some friends in here. What is it with the companions? I'm going to warn you right now, I'm going to have a heart attack trying to use this thing. My eyes are going to raise my blood pressure trying to understand what's going on here. Okay, maybe it's not that. Go after the funny one. Get the blue fly. Go after him. He's got you. That. I forgot there's a boss out. I like the horns. Now, I think it's only fitting to give a recap of what's happened in the past 4 years and how we got here. Please. Ooh, that's cute. Also ignore like the 50-year-old man like gasp for air I just did. I cannot explain that either. I just got excited, okay? So I'm gonna start off with what happened after 8th grade, because we all know where that goes. We all know where the 8th grade leads high school. High school is where things, personally for me, got fun. Like sophomore and freshman year, I was still a really stupid kid. I mean, I still am stupid, just slightly more intelligent about science. And that's about as far as we're getting. But after 8th grade, and during 8th grade, I was heavily fixated on Overwatch. Like, very, very badly. Instagram, I posted actual pictures of me getting certain achievements that I thought were difficult, which, my defense, kind of were. Half the characters have been I never would dream of playing again, and I still want to this day. But I was heavily fixated on the game, and it really got me more into a competitive side of things because of the competitive matchmaking rank system, where if this tells you how long ago I played, it's season 27 and I started at season 4. That's when I first got the game and picked it up, where everyone said it got bad. Personally, if you ask me, I do miss how Overwatch used to be. Like, it seemed like it was just a lot better before design choices got the developers kind of went a little crazy on the design choices there. Is that... Can we know how I sounded happy for a minute? Yeah, that's gone. Yep. I knew where this was going. Oh. But during freshman, I was a bit different than I am now. I'd like to say that I've changed and I've grew up for the better, but who knows? I mean, it's me we're talking about. I'm actually wanting to get tested bipolar. That's just a little joke. Don't think I said that noise, please. Back then, 8th grade to freshman year, I was very manipulative, where I didn't care about what anyone else got out of it. As long as I was happy, it's fine. Like, no joke, I would have like I think I still owe some people some money or something from back then. Which, don't try to trick me, I know who I owe money to, I know who I owe something to. So I actually have like really good memory when it comes to deaths for like nothing else. Maybe if I had good memory stuff, I wouldn't have to bump stuff off people. But I was more of a happy-go-lucky, nothing's wrong with the world. I didn't want to face the fact that there was wrong in the world. And during this time, I got into weeaboo stuff a bit more. Not bad weeaboo stuff, just watching more, as the cool kids call it, anime. One of those being JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And you'll probably hear me make references to it without actually noticing. And I'm sorry if I do that. I can be impulsive, and I can be still a bit impulsive and just shout things without actually thinking about it. I don't mean to do that, I'm very sorry in advance if I do. But then that led to one thing to another, and I've started watching a good bit more of the weeb haha anime. But, so I do like to make a couple references to this and that here and there. Mostly stuff I've seen. And if you can guess the references, then I'll be your best friend forever. But I will just crack a few references here and there, and that's just who I was during freshman year. Now, I think the biggest thing that happened in freshman year that really changed me to what I like to say is the better was a educational program called Upward Bound. Now, it may sound boring, like, ooh, education, who wants that? Well, for one, they paid us to do it. So, yeah, I don't think I need to say anything else there. And for two, they had a summer camp with it. Now, the summer camp was freaking cool. Like, oh my goodness, I met so many great people there. And a lot of them are still friends with me to this day. Well, at least current time, January 1st, 2022. Day. And I think that helped me come out of my shell with socializing because I was really bad at it. And now I think I've gotten slightly less bad at it. Because that place will certainly show you with like all the people you meet. Just the better people. Just like the good-hearted people who really are just trying to find their way, same as everyone else. And that's how it went from there. Also, an important thing to note, I started getting into more, to sound like a cool kid, scientific type stuff, or I felt that was really stupid. I started just studying general sciences more. So this is where my fascination for learning knowledge came from. A lot of it was just me feeling very insecure that I was stupid. Which I can't lie. I once said that Smith & Wesson made shotguns. If that tells you anything about my intelligence back then. But then comes around sophomore year, and I call this the best year for me personally. Because this was where I started developing a bit of a better self-image towards me. I started feeling a lot more intelligent, like I actually do something right for once. Like I had a genuine reason to be like, I can do this, I can do it right. And I remember one of the biggest things that really inflated my ego was, so apparently my sophomore class did not know how to do the biology room. Like, I think, I'm not trying to be egotistical, but I like to think in the class I was in, I made the highest grades. I'm not trying to be like, haha, I'm better than anyone else, but I would like to think that I did at least do that. Like, I wasn't a complete idiot. And one day, I witnessed one of my classmates copying off of my test. And that may sound like, oh no, you let her copy because you're a friend or something. No. I let her copy because it made me feel good about myself. Also, around this time, freshman, sophomore year, I had my ears pierced because I lost a bet. It was a very stupid bet, but if I'm being honest, that bet was just an excuse to get my ears pierced because I really considering doing it again here soon. But that's another story for another time. Maybe I'll show you guys this. And also during freshman, sophomore year, I started growing out my hair. If you've seen my hair in real life, you would know why this means something. Because just a few hours ago, talking to one of my good buds, she made me real happy by saying, she's the only guy, I'm the only guy that she's seen that can rock an afro. Now, I don't know about you guys, but that made me feel really good about myself. I felt like I was the man in that moment. Like, I felt like I was the coolest kid on the block. I had the leather jacket and slick back hair and sunglasses. Hee hee. But, and when I did that, it gave me more of a thing to be prideful about, because I always had this very, very deflated self-image of me with games. Like, I'll never be good enough, or even if I get as good as I want, it won't matter type of deal. Which, to this day, not really to this day, but now I'm just kind of like, I've hit a realization of, someone's going to be better than me, but I'm going to be better than somebody else. That's just how it works. I'm not going to be the best, but I'm also not going to be the worst either. Like, there will always be at least someone that I could win against. Is the big epiphany that I had. That I may be the worst at something, but I'm not actually the worst, because there's someone else that's worse. That's why whenever someone says they're the worst, I always just kind of tell them, don't worry, you're better than someone else. I also personally like to believe myself that there is no person that's worst at one thing, because in that thing, you'll always be better than someone else. It's just how far you can push yourself and improve that thing. Now we're gonna cut to junior year, which is fairly recently. And this is where things take a bit of a dark turn. So I went to Upward Bound for 2 years, sophomore and freshman. Freshman year, everything was fine. I dated someone there. I didn't really feel it. I kind of quit, but she knew how to. She did something that, you know, really. She knew what I liked, essentially. The girl I dated. Well, we're gonna cut to sophomore year. Sophomore year. I dated a girl who didn't want to be a girl anymore. If you catch the drift. And I was very conflicted with that. As, yes, I did have feelings for him. But at the same time, that's just not who I am. Like, I ain't getting no more I love woman type thing. So it was a very troubling thing during the summer, which we broke up and the rest of summer. Well, we're gonna cut to very early first junior year. I was stuck in a civics class that I loved the teacher. He was a great guy, loved him to death, thought he was hilarious. Me and him had a bunch of fun. He's also my history teacher. If you know me, I really like learning about history because I think a lot of it's really funny. Like the fact that there were some Vikings that actually conformed to Christianity, which that always cracks me up because you gotta imagine, like, these guys were known to be grade A warriors, like, not like the barbaric idiots you see today. They actually had, like, whole networking of, like, spies and information, espionage. I just think it's hilarious, the fact that these almighty, like, warriors were like, who's this Jesus guy? And the villagers were like, now hear me out. He's pretty cool. I don't know about you, but that cracks me up. Also, wait, sorry for the notifications. I should have turned them off. I'll do that next time. But that's just what was happening because I was extremely sleep deprived. Like, I wouldn't... To sum this up, I had so much work because I felt really bad sick at the beginning of the year that I wasn't sleeping at night. I would go to school, get more work, and then I would go to school, get more work, go to sleep, wake up at around 5 or 6 in the morning when I usually wait for the bus, and do it. It was just a repeated cycle of I'm stuck in this perpetual cycle of basically hell. I'm a bit overdramatic, but it was just an awful cycle that I was in. And then that ex I used before came back. I still had feelings at the time. Very, very big feelings. Like very, very, very big feelings. I was still really attached to her. So, turned out, still had the hots for me. So we got back together. Now, I need to note that I tend to not think things through a lot. And I do act on impulse a good bit. You probably noticed that. I'll do it because in the moment, I won't actually think it through. I think I'll regret it a little bit later. This didn't help with what was already happening, to be completely honest, because I was already in like an awful state of just mind and all. Like I was literally stuck in this perpetual cycle of I can't sleep, I can't focus, I can't do anything. Like I'm just stuck. There's nothing that I can really do. I can't relax because I have to do this work. I can't stress because I don't have the energy to do anything. I'm just gonna kill myself. This runs awful. Like I used this run by that. I shouldn't have done it. I ruined the run by that and I'm not good enough to do it. It was just all around a very cruel and vicious it doesn't matter no matter how hard I put an effort to fix something, it'll only get worse type deal. But I'm not going to lie, I did enjoy the time that we did have. It was actually, I'd say, one of my best relationships to this day. Not the best, but one of the better ones. Myself. Like, just gonna be really honest, it was one of the better ones I had. Not the best, that's a story for a little bit. But, due to a lot of things already happening at the time, and me having to deal with some funny life problems, I had to end it all. However, there is a pretty big silver lining to this. because while we were dating, one of my really good Korea friends who I now have a weekend with, maybe I'm not gonna say any names because I'd rather get you introduced to it first. They had a friend who moved up here, and me and that guy are pretty good chummy pal friends to this day. Hopefully you will get to meet them. Like I said, I'm not going to say names in case they don't do it, because I don't want to be like, I feel it's kind of rude personally to call names when they're not even here. But he really changed a lot of it for me, because me and him had talks about it a lot, and we came to this, like I told him, I was like, I think I might be gay. What is up with? He's like, it's fine. But he basically told me to do what I thought was right for me and what I wanted myself. And during the relationship, I was extremely conflicted. Like, I was very, very happy. But at the same time, it didn't feel right to me. I was happy, but conflicted. It was a very, very difficult decision because I wanted him to be happy, I wanted to be happy myself. And I thought, personally for me, the best way to do it would be to just because let's say that he transitions. Would I still retain feelings for him to be gone? That I love the woman, that I love the man. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do this to either of us, because imagine dating someone for years on end just to be like, oh, you followed through, you became happy, I'm sorry. We're just going to completely forget that, and I'm out of here. That's extremely wrong to me. It was just a confliction of personal beliefs and feeling of there wasn't really any abuse. I do tend to be like, he was so bad, and point out the bad, but if I'm going to be brutally honest, it was extremely mature of me to do that. It was more or less just me being mad because I couldn't get what I wanted. Like, I could not be happy because of it. Because he wanted to follow his dream, I was a bit selfish to follow what I wanted. Which, never do that. That's a very selfish way to do relationships. A better way to do it is to just find both ways that we both are happy. So I thought, I'll be happy with someone else, and I'll be happy to see him happy. Comes this way. Now, fast forward to the end of junior year, and COVID first. I've only been talking about the 4 years for a good reason. That's been the recent events, because I consider 4 years now recent things that have impacted me. In the 7th grade, I met who is now my ex, but we still do talk, and I do check in here and now just to see how it goes. I say here and now, but we're actually just friends, really. I met said person in the 7th grade. I didn't see him for a very, very long time. I did not see him for 5 years. I was 12 years old when I met him, and 17 when I got to see him. And all this Korea stuff had already happened. Like, it was very, very late junior year, very early senior year, when I went back. Bam. I don't like holding it against her about this one, because I can't really blame her for this. She had a very, very bad past, so she wasn't like, she would get mad a lot, which I try not to hold that against her because I don't like being like, oh, too fast to find you, and all that. Like, I like thinking that people can go on and fight their needs. But it was gonna take her a lot of time to do it, so I was just being as patient as I could. Well, there was a point where I couldn't take it anymore, because it was a lot of anger. Like, a lot of unnecessary anger. Now please don't be like, oh, such a bad girlfriend. Oh my god, that's disgusting. In her defense, I didn't handle it the best either. I didn't act correctly in certain situations. And that's just how that ended off. We dated for a good few months. She lost feeling, and I was like, no reason to carry this on if you don't have feeling. That's literally like, I don't know, it's just a very mean thing to do. Just wasting people's time. I'm keeping you in something you don't. So we ended it off. And now, here I am sitting in front of you. I'm sitting in front of you, could be watching this on your phone. Very well be asleep, but I don't blame you. Not the most exciting person to talk to. But that is essentially what happened, and that is why I'm now on the market. Wink, wink. You know where to find me. Hee hee. I'm kidding. I'm still in a relationship, but there's a bit more requirement for this one. I'm not gonna rush in like I did. And actually be very careful. That leads me to now. Personally, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm very happy with where I'm at and how much I've experienced, so I can help others make the mistakes I did. Because I was kind of an idiot. I say kind of very, very loosely because it's very obvious. I was basically a borderline, like, -30 IQ chewing on, like, not pencils, not erasers, but like the actual graphite within them. Yeah, I was kind of dumb. I'm trying not to be too hard on myself because... But I was just... I did not make good decisions at all. Very, very big dummy dumb. Big dummy head. Big stupid. Stupid head. Dummy idiot face. Like 9,000. Essentially. So now I can be like, hey, don't do what I did because you may not like it. And if you don't like it, then you're sad. And if you're sad, well, that's not okie dokie now, is it? I'm extremely bad at this. Like I said, I only got slightly better at socializing. Now, an eventful thing that happened this year especially, I'm going to murder that fire with my bare feet if it does that again. I think a bigger thing that happened here, actually a few months ago, was I landed my first job at a dining restaurant washing dishes. It doesn't sound too exciting, but when you're 17, a job is like a Rolls Royce. At least I pronounce that car. A little bit stupid, give me a second. But Rolls Royce at like you're the guy everyone wants to talk to. I say this one time, I get to make this more exciting. But that job, I absolutely loved it. And working a job, at least for me, really helps boost my confidence, because then I feel like, well, I'm actually doing something for other people. Right? It's like, I'm having a good time, I'm helping them get fed, washing the dishes, make sure they don't get like some new STD or something, you know? Like I had me more do more than like wash dishes, like I was actually making fries and stuff. Not really making them, just like not cooking them, but just making them. Why has it been? You know what? No, I got a vulnerability. I'll take it. But the job really helps up a lot of what I wanted into perspective, which really helped me realize all I wanted was something to make others happy. All I wanted to do was just make others happy so they can enjoy their lives. Before we eventually all kick off and meet our makers. You know, that type of thing. But while we're here, I'm just gonna try to give everyone as good as a time as I can. So that way no one's worried. We can all relax and just enjoy the time we have. And that's what I wanted. I wanted to just make people happy and be able to bring joy to people who are in like the darkest moments of their lives. Like freaking everything sucks, but I'd be like, hey, let's go watch this kid. You know, the haha funny, the funny, the thinks he's somewhat good at games at times, but he's actually quite a bad kid. And then when I hit that epiphany, I was like, oh, I have a YouTube channel for this purpose. And then that's one of the, there's so many reasons why I started thinking about it. And then it's like, I need to do this again. And that was one of those, like, I need to pursue the dream I wanted, and not the dream I had. I'm still gonna go to trade school, try to go to trade school or college, be the cool welder, whatever I want to do in college. That's just what I want to do. That's what I do. That's what I try to do. Because I want to have a good time and be able to buy cool stuff like better PC parts and more games for it, so I can have more haha funnies. And try to include you guys with it too. So we're all happy and satisfied with what happens. And this is from my 8th grade self to you. I am very sorry for being selfish. Like, incredibly selfish. Like, I am very, very sorry for being a selfish kid. Wasn't right of me. I got all this video out just for the sake of my convenience, not yours. Yeah, it's just, it's not the way to do things. I'm just very sorry that I was like that. So this is just me saying, like I said for like the 3rd time now, because I'm really good at repeating myself. Ha 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 ha. This is just I'm back and ready to try to get things rolling again. Mostly I didn't get a double jump. I'm gonna scream to a pillow later while imagining it to be the face of the blow boss, which I still hate to this day. This is a hopefully things go right this time. I don't flunk out, which I shouldn't. Like I really want this to work out. This is all I want, and it's a dream that I really want to accomplish. As like, and I did get some good tips from a very close and a very good friend of mine about it. You may know him as his old username was Overrun by Aliens. He's changed it now. Probably end up finding a way to post a link of it description. He doesn't really post anymore. Like he tried bringing it back, but just kind of was like, eh. And dropped it, which I can't. I'm not gonna be like, oh, he's so bad. Oh, he's a dummy. Look at this stupid idiot face. No, because that's what he wanted. I'm going after what I want. Just to make everybody happy. And cause you know what, we've already gotten this far in the life of me. And I'm gonna tell you my biggest spark for where YouTube came from. It actually didn't come from Isaac videos. It didn't come from like what you'd expect. It came from Admiral Baru's Borderlands 2 videos, which I played that game years ago. But that is what it came from. It came from me thoroughly enjoying what he uploaded and wanting to do it myself, like showing off fields, showing off legendary, showing off runs. And now we have Borderlands 3. So that could be something in the near future that I do. And including with the run, an actual included run, and finished all of pre-sequel 2, stuff like that. Because I really do want to finish that and show it off to you guys, because Borderlands to this day is one of my favorite game franchises. I absolutely love it to death. Platinumed pre-sequel 2, working on 3. And guess what? I actually have the motivation not to finish it. I know it sounds like I'm on crack saying that, but trust me, it's true. I'm not gonna be lazy this time. But it's more or less just that's what sparked it. Because I wanted to do what he did because I love the game so much. Oh wow, yeah, of course that's a bad build. It sucks. Like I adored it, and I want to be able to do entertain people like he did with his funny times with his buddies, while at the same time enjoying my fun time with my buddies. And I want to say this off the record, I'm not trying to get all haha, the old man's getting emotional here. This is just me saying, yeah, telling you this so I don't look just like some other guy behind the screen that ain't no one different. But this is actually me telling you, yeah, I am a live human being with actual emotion. Then we get to the 6th grade, where FNAF was a big thing back then. I remember watching Flyers like the first ever video on it, and how it's still like one of the most popular to this day. And personally, I still like to think it was the King of FNAF because it's just the title that we all gave. And it's the title that he has, the King of FNAF. But that came out. Then also around my 6th or 7th grade year, Undertale came out. Now that's still one of my favorite games to this day. I don't really care what you say about that one. I still love the game. I love the whole concept of just the whole general message of would you rather be feared or respected type deal. Power over love and such as that. Which is also why I like Bioshock a lot, which hopefully I'll actually get around to doing that. Because Bioshock is an absolute gem of a game series. Like Bioshock 1 and 2, Infinite, I don't think it should be a Bioshock game, but, you know, I've been told my opinion is wrong very many times. So maybe that's your opinion, maybe it's like absolute crack and it's your favorite one out of all. But to me, I think it lost the core concept of the games, which is the whole morality of love or fear, respect, revenge. Then we have 8th grade and we have Overwatch. Came out around this time, yeah, like around 2016, and that was something that happened, and it was good, really good. At least when the game first was out, they made very poor decisions. Now, they shouldn't. Like, imagine having to be stuck to playing one character the entire time. Well, still think that system's stupid. It doesn't actually decrease queue times either. That's a lie. Because I've had like still 3-minute queues with it. But then that set off the not all because I went back to Baru's channel and checked it out and saw that he played Binding of Isaac, which was a game I knew about but just never got played for the longest time. That's new. I actually don't recall getting much angel rooms, but I like that item. But I went back to it and I saw he played Isaac. And then I got the PS4. And then this was, I believe, beside the free Nathan Drake collection that came with it, this was the game that I bought first. This was like the first game I bought before Fallout 4, or GTA, or anything. I bought this game first because it was my primary focus on what to get at the time. And I'm very, very happy to see that they still updating it. Pins is still trying to come out. Yeah, like they're still trying to do something with the game, and that makes me very happy. Now, I am going to do some GTA stuff. I know how many people would be interested in that, but there is a reason as to why that game means something to me. I started playing it around the 6th grade, and around then, because throughout elementary school, I wasn't the most popular kid around, and I got picked on a lot. I didn't have good friends. Well then, around the 2nd or 3rd grade, before I met who is now one of my closest, well no, he's my closest. Josh has to be my closest friend. I've just known him for too long, and he's too much, basically a brother to me for me not to say that. I had a dog by the name of Jewel. She was a little chihuahua. You chihuahuas, yeah, I know the stigma behind it. It's like, you didn't mean to do that. I'm actually stupid. Ignore that. I'm going to slap myself for that later, but was you bad dog. But I love her. That was like the first best friend I ever got. Then Josh came along. And we got it. Cause back in 3rd grade, I was already just wanting to end it. Like, this is like not me trying to sound edgy. Like, no, I legitimately wanted to kill myself. Wow, I wish I did that. I legitimately just wanted to get this. I wanted it to be all over. I wanted to die. Mom comes home with this little puppy. I was like, who's that? And she goes, well, she's yours. I named her Jewel because she had a lot of worth to me. She's very valuable to me. And the 2 last games I ever played, because this was back when I had PS2, we played Little Big Planet. I'll go back to the video, it sounds like back in 2012. Like, it was a very, very good while that this happened. And she was there for me through a lot of things. She really helped me out with a lot of things. It was kind of the fact that I didn't have many friends. She was there for it as I met new people. As I started meeting new people without school, she was there for me, and she helped me through a big portion of it. Come 6th grade year, she got pregnant, and during the pregnancy, she had 3 puppies. she couldn't get them out. They gave her a C-section and gave her too much anesthesia. She did not make it. And the 2 last games I played when she was around was Grand Theft Auto 5 and Black Ops 2. I remember I was playing Black Ops 2 with my cousin that day. I remember the map, everything on it, what was happening. And the biggest thing I remember from that day was I used to absolutely stomp him in COD because I believe in the whole psychology of you're not going to get better unless you get beat by someone who's 10 times better. That was always my thought process with it. And it worked. Those kids, they're actually stupid good at Call of Duty, and I guarantee you they could trash me if I tried to play it. They're like actually stupid good at it. I gotta give them that. Like, it worked. In their practice, they could absolutely swamp me any day of the week. Oh, but that day, I was told to let him win. And the next thing I know, they come in with a box and they're crying. Now, I may have been a stupid kid, but I can tell when something like that's up. And I immediately knew it didn't go right. I had a bad feeling about it all day. Like I just knew something was gonna happen. Needless to say, I cried for about all day. I was just not happy. Like nothing was gonna get better that day. I absolutely hated everything that happened. I just really wanted to just kind of take a nap, just not think about anything for a while. I remember for the next few days after, I called for her name, thinking, you know, I'd get her to come to me, and as you can expect, nothing happened. But I also, out of the 3 pups she had, 1 made it, the other 2 just too small, they couldn't win that fight. Now I have Emerald with me. They're surviving a little. He's a cute dog. Stupid. Well, I'm a little stupid, but he ain't too bright. Kinda like his owner. But it all around set a lot of things into perspective for him that you kinda just wanna hold. You don't know. You never know. I have no idea. I'm gonna kick it. I got no idea. But he's gonna kick it. We don't know who it is, when it will be. We just know that it's gonna happen. So that's why I hold on to those I really care about a lot anymore. Get a bit too overly attached. Might annoy some people, but that's just I am a quirky girl. Quirky, Hot Gamer Girl, Hot Mess Express. I butchered that, but it's from your. It just kind of helped me get the feel last forever. And that's why I was like, this YouTube channel won't last forever, so I want to enjoy it. Laugh while it does last. Because at least then, I at least know I'll have something behind when I am the ended. That's probably gonna be a good bit into the future of. So nothing to worry about. After that, the games like GTA mean a lot more to me, especially GTA because I play that a lot more. Like I literally grinded jobs too. goes. Yeah, remember the bombs? Those things? The game? Yeah, me too. Like, I remember the old Steely really. That's not the animal. Did you do this to me? I remember the old Steely Willy automobile. How different it was, and how vastly different it was from now to then. Literally back then, tanks were your problem. They weren't too bad to deal with. I couldn't worry about funny motorcycles with missiles for some reason. I will be streaming that a lot more. Not because, not to be selfish, but like, I just feel it's the right thing to do, given everything that's happened in that game. That's behind it. And also because there is a good bit of stuff to do, like there's literally advice I have to get the trust of my friends with it, because I'm just that cool guy. In fact, I'm so cool that I brag to my friends about virtual things again. Because, why not? So if I do stream GTA alone, that'll be why pretty much, just because just as a memorial thing. But I called this game for a while because it has been, even though it's only been a few months, it's still been a good. All that's happened, and how much the fact that I'm actually an adult now. Not really, because I can't even buy cigarettes. A for age restrictions. I'm losing thought here. I'm trying to remember what I was trying to say. So this is just me like checking in saying, hey, I'm not dead. I'm back in the showboat. I am not going to give up this time. I have faith in this. I my skill with this video game, I don't have much faith in that. However, I do have faith that I'll just stay with this channel and we'll start with me. Now, to start off, I am just going to do a lot of games that I already had planned for do a series of which would be one of which was going to be Persona 5, like not Royal, but the regular one, because Royal came out after I made plans to do the regular game, which kind of upsets me a good bit, because I did have very, very, very optimistic view of that outlook. And I'm like big upset at myself. Like, actually do it when I should have. Because I really should have, but there was just not. It's a bit of a, especially I started platinum for the game, because I am still a trophy hunter at heart. Hold on a second, I need to check something. I have trouble remembering. Because I am bad. Need to see where I'm supposed to go, because I think I need to go to the chest, but I'm not sure. What in the world? Yeah, okay, so I grabbed the right one. So I I need to go up and away. Up and away, please. Thank you. Finish. Maybe it's the I'm stressed. I'm kidding. I'm not stressed. I promise. That's actually shivering. Not out of fear. Cool. But out of fear. That's only if what you I'm not actually stressed. I'm big excited for this fish. Because who knows how it'll go. Given it's me. If you know me, I tend to have a filter. Which can get me in trouble at times. But at the same time, it's pretty funny. Those who have seen me do something very dumb. Which I think everyone has. I think everyone that's known me has something equally stupid. Daily pills. Minute. Why did you spawn on, you evil thing? I don't want to take that. We're in the middle of this room. Ooh, that's good. If I take telly pills, then I'll probably end up in the dark abyss somewhere. Scared in a... That's not the boss room. Oh boy. Can we move this real quick? Please die. Please perish. Mister, I don't want to die by your hand. Please don't hurt me again. Thank you. What are you doing up there? That's it. Oh. Oh. Well, then I like where this went. Boss room? Oh. Well, that's fun. I don't know what this pill does. I kinda happy I found that out, actually. Hurt those. Yay. Oh, why? Why? What? That was intentional, I promise. Let's wait for the brain to come back. I don't remember that's there. Oh wait, these tears are the same as mine. I forgot that. Why does that still hit me there? It's not supposed to. I'm upset with spaghetti. This is where I die. Look, this is where it kills me. Watch this. It's gonna kill me right there. Fine. Actually, this is where it kills me. Watch this. Mind. I'm so sorry. This is where it kills me. There. Dead. Oh! Oh, I've made it to the chest with this build. I'm not bad. Oh? 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 Oh, wait! I am practically invincible. Do you wish to fight? Ka-chow! I have a button.
she troll?
Yeah, I learned how to do that. Right, no, yeah. Feel pretty good, actually. And now that I have that, I can use the shadow punch. Forever. Oh, hello. I remember you. I do not like you very much. Why do you look like the bats from Fallout? Good lord. What is this room? I never remember this being there. I'm so happy I've done a long time. I would be so screwed up. I'm just gonna be really honest. I would be so dead. Alright, damage for that. Aha. Yes, give me a ball. About time for this fight, the forbidden fight. Really? Dead sea trolls? Eat all. There's that done with. Might as well just go in. Okay, I thought my game crashed. I was like, no. Alright, so that is done on him. That is done on the king. All I need for this file is the Lost Magdalene, and that's it. Which, and to finish the challenges. At least I have that. But this has been 10, or 1337, whatever you want to call me. I'm out. See you